So very good morning to you all, and welcome you to this course on supply chain analytics. So we're going to talk about on the unit one, which is the introduction to supply chain analytics. And today we're going to see the topic understanding and defining supply chain analytics. So we will go now into the topic and discuss regarding this. And first of all, we need to understand what is the process of supply chain analytics. Supply chain analytics is a process. First of all, it's a process where we do collection and we analyze and we interpret the data. For what? To improve the supply chain performance. So it is actually a process where you collect the data, analyze the data, and interpret the data, like any business analytics. But here the focus is on improving the supply chain performance. Now how do we do this? Is once you analyze the data, you will get a lot of insights into the flow of goods, goods from one point to another, from one warehouse to another, from the factory to the end customer. So there is a lot of network inside. And also on the services offered. So you have various products and you have various services offered. You'll get a lot of insights on various parameters. And also you'll get a lot of information. From a raw data, we'll get into an information involving the entire supply chain. And when we mean the supply chain, it's basically a connect between the suppliers, the customers, and the organization. So in this entire chain, we are going to do all this process. So this is actually an overall view of supply chain analytics. And let us understand the importance of supply chain analytics. There are four areas which are given here. So let us quickly understand what are the four areas. So the first area is optimizing inventory. And inventory consumes a major cost of any organization. And this is a very highly critical area we need to focus. So in optimizing inventory, we actually analyze the historical sales data and also demand forecasts. Demand forecast actually is definitely, as you can very clearly understand, it is going to optimize your company inventory levels, optimize your inventory levels. So when your demand forecast is very accurate, you know what to produce, and you are not going to stock more or you want to stock less. You want to stock the very level which is very required as per the demand, and which leads also to the storage cost, reduce the storage cost, because holding more inventory will definitely going to increase the storage cost, and also holding less inventory will also lead to avoiding stockouts. So inventory is a very clear area of supply chain analytics. Second area is improving efficiency. So by tracking the various transportation routes, every goods or service, goods, especially the goods, physical goods, right? They move through a physical route. They move through a transportation route from a warehouse, from the production centers. So in this, we can analyze the inefficiencies and we can streamline the operations. And one of the important areas of supply chain analytics is enhancing the customer service. Now, predictive analytics is a very important supply chain analytics tool, which can actually anticipate customer demand, and you can ensure on-time deliveries leading to greater customer satisfaction. And these are all will definitely going to reduce cost, because manufacturing is one area where you have to have a continuous leash on the various manufacturing and direct and indirect costs. So through this data-driven decision making, the companies can definitely going to minimize the transportation cost based on other expenses throughout the supply chain. So you can clearly understand these are the four different areas where we can actually lead to good optimization of the supply chain. So let us go to the next slide. Now, what are the key metrics and KPIs in supply chain? So these are some of the key metrics. Definition, metric and definition. Inventory turnover ratio measures how efficiently the inventory used. On-time delivery rate, percentage of orders delivered on time. And lead time, the time between placing an order and receiving it. And customer churn rate, the percentage of the customers who stop doing business. And these are the data sources and collection techniques. So we have this internal data, we have the external data, we have the real-time tracking and the data integration. So internal data is completely from within the organization, sales and inventory data. Data from external sources, you have the market trends, economic indicators, and then weather reports. And real-time tracking is actually on the execution of the operations. So we have the various sensors and GPS devices which provide real-time updates on the location status of the goods through the supply chain. And data integration is combining data from various sources into a centralized repository for analysis. So this is actually the fourth area where actually you are going to do it. And descriptive analytics is a very important area in supply chain where we do data collection, data cleaning and transformation, data exploration and visualization, and reporting and insight. And these some of the areas of predictive analytics in supply chain where we're going to forecast demand, optimize the inventory levels, identify the potential risk and plan for disruptions. And these are the 4 steps when employing supply chain analytics. We have to define the goals and objectives, data collection and integration, choose analytical technique, and develop and deploy solutions. So I hope you had a very clear understanding of this particular introduction to supply chain analytics. And if you have any questions, otherwise, thank you very much. Thank you.